This video is going to be all about estimates and proposals in FreshBooks. This is a pretty powerful business management tool inside of FreshBooks for folks that don't want to have to subscribe to multiple CRM or proposal generating tools. If you would like to test out these features for free, you can use my accountant referral link below for a free 90-day trial of FreshBooks at the premium level. I'll try to point out the differences in this video about how the estimate and proposal features work in FreshBooks on the different plan levels. And if you stay tuned to the end, I have 2 juicy little nuggets for you about estimates and proposals that I think you'll be glad you stuck around for. All right, if you're not making money, it can be hard to stay in business and you really just have a hobby, not a business. So let's figure out how to start generating estimates and proposals and get paid. Let's dive in. So when you start your free 90-day trial, you're going to be on the premium level, and proposals are available in the Plus, Premium, and Select versions. Proposals are not available in the Lite version. Lite only has estimates. I'm going to talk a little bit about estimates, but I really think that proposals are what should be used by most people, and that's good because I don't think most people should be using the very limited Lite plan. And the reason for that is because you can't reconcile your bank account with the Lite plan. There's no bank reconciliation feature at that level. And I believe there's a 100% chance that your bookkeeping is wrong if you do not reconcile your bank account. But let's just quickly take a look at estimates because of the title of this video is Estimates and Proposals. So you'll come here on the left to Estimates. When you go to create a new one up here, you'll have the option of estimate or proposal. So I've never actually helped someone who has the Lite plan because the Lite plan doesn't allow you to invite an accountant user. But I think that what will happen is that if you click here, you're only going to have the estimate option showing. But this example we're working through has an estimate and a proposal option. So whichever one you click on is going to bring it up as an estimate or a proposal. A very important button to point out is this Create from Recent. And when you click on that, you're going to have a chance to click on a recent proposal or estimate that you created. And this will be helpful if you have some sort of standard proposals that you do, or that you just need to make some tiny tweaks to one that you made, the day before, and you don't have to retype everything. So let's click on this one that I had made before. So if I wanted to change any of the items for sale, I could do that here. And I would also be able to add a client. So by creating from recent, it's all the same except the client is not the same. You can add discounts, you can change the customization of the way it looks. And then down here you have notes and terms. Again, this is in the estimate. The note section is specific to any individual estimate or proposal and don't carry forward, but the terms carry over from the previous estimate. It's kind of like a global setting, that term section, but it's not quite a global setting because once you amend it, it stays amended, but it's pretty close to a global setting. So you will add client-specific info and you'll be able to send it. The client is going to get an email that'll have a big green button so they can review and accept the estimate. And once they hit accept, you'll be able to convert it into an invoice. So let me show you how that works. After they hit the button in their email, they're going to have another button here to accept it. And after they hit accept, you're going to be notified up here. There'll be a notification that the client accepted the invoice and you can invoice them. Click on the proposal, go to more actions, convert to invoice. You will send it to them, send the invoice. If you have your FreshBooks payments connected, so if yours doesn't look like this is a demo company that does not have FreshBooks payments connected. But if you had FreshBooks payments connected, they would be able to pay you from inside the invoice. If you want, you can also use one of the apps that I use that integrates with FreshBooks. It's called Melio, and it allows you to get paid for free with no processing fees. It's only for business to business. I do have a video about that you can check out. Melio is not going to work for customers or general consumers and not businesses though. So now let's take a look at proposals. So I came over here to estimates. It's really estimates and proposals. Come over here, create new proposal. What I want to point out is that you have a lot more functions about text that you can add. You can click on the sides of things after you add a section and move it around. You have the ability to add blank section, overview, scope of work, timeline. So you can, it gives you these headings. If you wanted to add your own heading, you would click the blank section and then be able to add a heading. And again, the terms are carrying forward from all the previous proposal that was created, and the notes are blank and don't carry forward. The other thing to point out is that you have the ability to require an e-signature. So if you change this and you say add a signature, you can require that. And so when they get it, they are going to have to sign. You can see down here where they can sign. If you wanted to add even more like legalese or documents or images of maybe what you're going to create, something like that, you can add attachments down here. So yeah, I just want to inform you that once you start using proposals, you're probably not ever going to step down to estimates, because they really don't have any benefit over proposals, except that people on the light plan can use them. Proposals are just a little bit better, more robust. The plus plan is also just better in general. You're going to probably like those features. I'll just make one more comment as we click this add a section button. This is just another vote for considering standardizing some of your templates and creating your proposals from previous proposals, because a lot of this can make you sound really professional. It can have a lot of the sort of fine print for your company, whatever it is, whether it's payment terms or how fast you're going to work or what's the responsibility of the client, things like that. And so you can avoid having to retype all that if you use the proposal create from previous proposal feature. Or you can use just like some sort of app that allows you to have, like pre-programmed text where you've created a little hotkey code on your keyboard, and it's going to populate some of these areas with common text that you use. I use an app called Text Expander, but I think there's a whole bunch of these. But these proposals can look really nice when you send them. You got photo, you got bullet, you can bold things, italicize things. I think you'll find it pretty robust. I'm going to come over here to the FreshBooks support article for this to show you what the client sees when you ask them to sign and accept the proposal. So they'll be able to sign it and click confirm signature. Let's do another step where I show you what the e-signature looks like. So I'm in a proposal that was sent, and down here it shows the signature and the date. So now I have this history with the client all in one place, the proposal, the signed document for posterity, so you can always go back to it whenever a client starts to change that scope of work on you. So then you have this, you're able to invoice them, and you have all the payment history all in one place. So I'd say that's some pretty good functionality. So again, just the final step after a proposal is signed, if you click on an accepted proposal, more actions, you convert it to an invoice, and then you can get paid. And again, as long as you have the integration with Melio set up and you're willing to, hop on over to Melio to hit that send button. So Melio is the one that's going to fetch your money instead of the FreshBooks payments that you have set up, then you can get paid for free. So if you're the kind of business where you need to send prospects estimates and proposals, then grab my link below for a 90-day trial and test this out. If you need more help than that, you can join my Fresh Bookkeeping Network, where you have direct access to me and can get all of your questions answered as you're DIYing your own bookkeeping in FreshBooks. I know that this video I'm narrating right now is just talking to you about estimates and proposals and invoice functionality of FreshBooks, and that is what FreshBooks was originally known for. But for the last couple of years, it has actually developed into a full general ledger software. And so I would love to help you use FreshBooks for more than just invoicing. I want to see people using FreshBooks for their entire bookkeeping functions for their small business. Click this pop-up right here or grab the link from the description below if you want to watch the thorough video I made that describes in detail what these amazing office hours are like. All right, and I promised you some juicy nuggets. I haven't forgotten. So you are going to be a mighty FreshBooks user and a successful and serious business owner because you stuck around for these little tips. First, in the early days of your business, when you are the CEO and the marketer and the admin and the janitor, it's a good idea to act bigger than you are. I'm not advocating lying, but there are many tools out there that will allow you to seem pretty big, very legit. So I suggest not starting your numbering for estimates or proposals or invoices with number 1. If you see here on this estimate that I still have up, or this invoice, it was invoice number 000105. That's fine. That kind of looks like a legit business number. I don't know. This is the demo company, so I don't know what numbering they started on. But one idea I have heard is to start with your birthday. So if you're born on October 18th, put in 1018 as your very first invoice, and then it'll count up from there. I'm just saying that it might not be the best look for a potential customer to see that invoice number 1 on an estimate. So, yeah, estimate number 1 on an estimate. Again, it's not a lie. It's just your favorite number. No one needs to know anything more. Now for juicy nugget number 2. Oftentimes, you might need to send an invoice or an estimate or a proposal to more than one person. You know, maybe the actual owner of the company, but maybe you also want to copy their billing department or their bookkeeper, maybe a partner in the company. And in order to do that, you have to go to the client screen. And let me show you. All right, so we are here in a demo client, Phoebe Buffet, for all you Friends fans. This is the main contact, but this little tiny green button right here is where you can add more contacts for this client. The FreshBooks folks who run this demo company have added a test email here. Now, what that's going to allow you to do is add an additional email whenever you need to send something. All right, so I created a fake invoice for Phoebe. I can click send to, and now I have a drop down that allows me to select more than one, and it is glorious. As I was learning FreshBooks, I struggled with this. It was a source of frustration for me, and it took me longer than I would like to admit to figure out that little green plus sign there in the client tab. But note that for the e-signature part, only the primary client can sign, so you have to go into the client section and to change your primary contact if you want to change who signs it. Yeah, but I used FreshBooks for about 8 months before I even noticed that little plus sign. One other thing to note is this is considered a CC. It's not a BCC. It's not a blind carbon copy. So I don't know if you would ever want to use that or want the functionality of sending an invoice to something that you BCC, but you cannot. All right, so what did we learn? We learned about estimates and proposals. We learned that probably almost all of you are going to end up having access to the proposals feature and that you should just use proposals. When possible, create your proposals from recent proposals. And we learned 2 juicy little nuggets that will help you seem bigger than you are as you're starting your business and to be able to send your estimate or proposal or invoice to more than one contact for the same client. Let me know if you need any help with any other feature in FreshBooks. Write a comment below if you have a question. I might be able to make a video about it. Reach out if you would like to be part of the office hours. And my link below, if you haven't yet tried out FreshBooks, you can get that 90-day free trial if you want to give it a shot and start sending invoices and collecting money and building your business. I'm Kate Josephine Johnson, and I help businesses build their business legacy.